Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name's Henny if you guys don't know, and we're just gonna spend analog Sunday together. We are gonna spend the whole day together, and most importantly we're going to spend the day together not scrolling. I feel like what inspired this was, number one, we looking back on my vision board and seeing the fact that it says less scrolling, more living. What did I do so far this year to achieve that goal? Nothing. I told myself, you know what, it's still very much early in the year, so we're gonna get on that right now. If I'm being completely honest, I miss my old lifestyle because I feel like I grew up with no cable, no social media, no phones, no nothing. All we had was a TV that had no cable with just Cubo. If you know what Cubo is, let me know in the comments. But that's the kind of lifestyle that I grew up with. I literally got my first phone when I was like a junior in high school, which is crazy if you think about it. Because me personally, I seen everybody have phones in 7th grade and 8th grade. Like I was like, oh, am I supposed to have a phone too? But I didn't get a phone until like junior year, and because of that I was living a very analog lifestyle. I was always at the library, I was always reading books, and then I feel like ever since I got a phone, junior year up until now, I think that's like 8 years maybe, I've just been scrolling, and I've just noticed that all of my free time goes to me scrolling, and it's so irritating because I've also noticed that because of that I've become so detached from my hobby. And I'm just like, damn, like I really missed that vibe. Because of that, I know we need to take back our time, and I need to reconnect with my hobbies. And I've been saying this since the beginning of the year, and I've been doing a good job, but the phone and social media is still a heavy distraction. Because I don't know if anybody else goes through this, but sometimes when I find myself having free time, and I also feel like I have a lot of hobbies, and because of that I kind of like get carried away deciding what I want to do, and I scroll away all the time, and then I'm like, damn, it's time to go to bed now. Yeah, and it really irritates me. And because of that, today is the first day that I am locking my social media, and I'm going to spend the whole day doing what I like to do, along with, you know, what I need to do, because it's still Sunday, you know, we still gotta reset. And like I said, what inspired it is just me feeling like I need to touch grass. I need to get back into my old lifestyle, because after like 8 years of having a phone and scrolling, I'm getting tired. I'm bored now. I don't want to do this anymore. Obviously, social media is also kind of part of my job, so I'm like, yes, I do have to scroll a little bit. I'm gonna need to have some strict boundaries, and I have been doing good with boundaries, but in terms of like entertainment and scrolling for entertainment, that part still needs some work. That is what we're doing today. That is the first part of what we're doing today, and we're gonna do many more of these, so make sure you guys subscribe. Basically locked all of my social media today. TikTok, Instagram has been locked, Twitter has been locked, Snapchat I locked it even though I don't use the damn block it. I very much locked, and I honestly lock it because it kind of is like a social media. You're keeping up with other people's lives. I'm not trying to keep up with nobody's lives but my own right now, respectfully. We're gonna see what this day is like. I'm honestly kind of excited. So let's get into what we have planned for the day. This is the list of everything we have to do for today. It's giving, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna touch some grass, and I'm gonna do what I like to do on my own, because outside of not trying to scroll and everything, today is Sunday, and I kind of just wanted to take this day to have a solo day, because I'm not gonna lie to you guys, for the past 2 weeks or 3 weeks I've just been socializing so much, and I'm realizing how much time I put into other people and I don't put into myself. Like another habit that I have, like outside of like using my free time to scroll, if I do have free time, I've noticed that I'm usually always trying to plan something with people, and I feel like that's just my love language being quality time in me. But damn, what do I actually, I'm just going out here, going out there, doing this, doing that, noticing that my social battery is so. Yeah, today we're also gonna spend our time recharging. It's a me day / no scroll day / a reset Sunday. The first thing that I'm gonna do today is wash my freaking car. Guys, when I tell you I've neglected that car, it's not even a freaking joke. I think the last time I washed my car was almost last year, and she needs to get cleaned immediately. Sun's coming out, my car's black, like you can see all that dirt, girl. Get to the car. But yeah, that's the first thing I'm going to do, and then after that we're gonna go out. My outfit today is really chill. I kind of just wanted to look put together as well as, you know, comfortable. So I'm kind of just wearing this cardigan again, and these black jeans, and I layered it with a tank top under that's also black. I'm gonna put on my black Birkenstock clogs. I'm probably gonna put on some sunglasses. We're gonna get back to that though, but right now we're gonna start the first portion of cleaning my car, which is just me taking out all the trash and cleaning up the inside, and then head to the car wash. See it well. About almost ready to go. I just need to decide what glasses I want to wear. I have these ones which look like this on, then the ones that I'm always wearing, which are these ones, look like this. I don't know. We're gonna figure that out, and then we're going to get out. After the car wash, I'm going to go to the cafe and have my daily dose of just being at the cafe, because I just love trying to start going to cafes more just to be there, you know, instead of actually going there to work. That's exactly what we're gonna do today. Doing nothing at the cafe, so let's go. Back my excursions, and I'm currently driving. So far, my reflections of this whole experience is, number one, I cannot read inside loud cafes, and number two, writing, like journaling and writing in a cafe is a vibe. Like, I was literally chilling, I had my headphones on, I was playing Violet Evergarden soundtrack, I was having a grand old time, and I literally journaled. I was like, I have to do more of this because this is so much fun. Like, I was having a really good time. And when it comes to scrolling, I realized that basically when it comes to like daytime, like throughout the day, I don't really scroll throughout the day, and I feel like I kind of already knew this about myself. Having these apps locked definitely confirmed it, that I don't really be scrolling during the day. Like, if I'm out and about or during the day, unless I'm home, if I'm out and about, I'm not scrolling, because you know, my finger, I'm not gonna lie, my finger naturally the freaking app multiple times. Just realized, like, I was like, damn, that was really that was like muscle memory. That was like in the time frame that I ordered my drink, and I was kind of just waiting for them to call my drink because the cafe was really busy. Because of that, I just found myself like just standing around, like doing nothing. Like, and in those moments is when I would probably open up Instagram, open up freaking TikTok, and like look around, and I couldn't do that. So I really just had to sit there and just be like, it was very interesting. And then when it comes to every other time after that, like scrolling was not really that hard. Like, but there were moments where when you're like journaling or you're doing something at the cafe, and you kind of just like grab your phone and like try to scroll or look at something or do something. Like, I found myself doing that a couple of times, and then I would just be hit with that screen talking about something. No, you can't scroll, your app is locked. And I was like, damn. Like, I'm realizing during the day it's not that hard to not scroll, and I feel like the difficult aspect of this is gonna be the evening when I am at home, because that is when I normally scroll the most. So we're gonna see what that's like later. Since I got randomly reminded that I want Jones juice, I'm gonna grab Jones juice. Overall, so far right now it's like 6:15. Day with no scrolling has been 9 out of 10. I'm definitely gonna struggle with the scrolling aspect later and tonight, basically, because I'm gonna keep my apps locked until tomorrow morning, because it's Monday tomorrow and I'm gonna have to open them up for work anyway. Just gonna have to read straight up with no distractions, which I really need to do anyways, because the thing I didn't mention to you guys earlier was one of the main things that I'm trying to tap back into is reading, because I feel like I haven't been tapped into reading like that much, because of the fact that I'm always scrolling on my phone, and then all the time passes by and I'm just like, oh my god, I could have read or some shit, and I regret scrolling at the degree that I did. So anyway, yeah, that's gonna be what we're gonna do later. I feel like I'm forgetting to say something, but we're gonna talk about that later if I remember anything. Right now, it's 6:15. Didn't think I'd be at the cafe for that long, nor did I think I was gonna be out for that long. But I was definitely gonna have to get back home now, because let's look back on our list of things that we have to do today. I'm currently second guessing it all because of how late it is. But I said I need to run some errands, which is me going to Trader Joe's to get some flowers. But the main reason why I want to get flowers is because I want to clean, and a part of me is like, am I gonna clean for real? Am I gonna clean? Because I don't know. Ugh, I don't know, bro. I do really need to clean. And after that, I was gonna wash my hair slash, you know, trim it, do a whole bunch of reset. I was gonna do a face mask, all that. And then I was gonna unwind and read. And right now it's like 6, and I'm just like, oh my god, am I gonna do all that? Like, or should I extend the vlog? Should I extend the vlog tomorrow, you guys? I'm doing that thing again where I try to not do what I told myself that I was going to do, which is a bad habit. Right now, I am parked in front of Joe and the Juice because I haven't eaten anything today, and I told myself I wanted a Joe and the Juice. It's probably gonna be my dinner for the day, and after that, I am going to get those flowers that I'm second guessing on whether or not I should get, because I'm second guessing on if I'm gonna clean or not. The drink I got earlier, this matcha, this cafe that just recently opened up in the city. I'm not gonna lie to you, they said they don't have any other syrups. The only thing they have is agave. It's cool and all, but their matcha tastes very similar to another cafe in the city as well. And I like that spot, so I'm just like, I'm gonna like the spot too, because that's what it tastes like. And yeah, I would rate this matcha like a good 8 out of 10, a solid 8. Now let me go get my Joe and the Juice. I'm back home, changed my clothes. I'm in very much cleaning attire. 7:06. I'm gonna try to finish cleaning in 1 hour. If I'm not fully finished, it's because I'm waiting for loads to get out the washing machine. Hour after that, I'm not trying to do shit. And it's already 7 o'clock, so let's go. Took my makeup off. Now I'm gonna go eat my food. And I very much was able to finish cleaning within an hour. It's just the stupid couch blankets are not finished washing. And honestly, I told myself last time I deep cleaned, I literally told myself I'm gonna clean this ahead of time, like a day prior, but I always forget to do that. It's been doing that all day too. Like, I'm really so impatient, like I put too much in there. But anyways, yeah, because of that, it's like we're done, but we're not done really. Did everything else, but it doesn't feel complete. There's also one more load to go. Right now, I'm gonna eat my food, and I'm probably gonna read because, you know, I can't scroll. Right now, we're just gonna get into the unwind time. This is literally when I struggle with scrolling, because as I was taking my makeup off, I was thinking, what's going on in the today? And I am literally locked out of everything, so I can't even go look. So challenge honestly starts now. We're gonna see how that goes. It is next day, and before starting my working block for the day, I want to do like a quick check-in slash reflection session on how everything went for the evening, because I was telling you guys throughout the day how it didn't feel super hard, but I felt like it would be harder in the evening. I got my coffee for the day. This is like literally my new favorite coffee shop, you guys. Like, I'm telling you, their coffee is so smooth. But first, I'm gonna tell you guys about basically my thoughts on this whole process. And then I'm going to give you guys a book update on how much I read. And then I'm going to open up our apps because they're still locked. Now, almost 3 o'clock Monday, and I'm going to open up because yeah, I need to start doing my work. So the apps are now unlocked. Back on social media. Not that much has happened in a day. Literally not being on social media for a whole day. That's actually insane, you guys. It was not that difficult, y'all. Maybe my next challenge should be no social media for the whole weekend. Because I don't know, I feel like it wasn't as challenging as I thought it would be. I feel like so far, honestly, like the whole experience of not being on social media for a day, I feel like it really wasn't that difficult. Like, I don't know, does that mean that I'm not really on social media that much? Like, or is that just like my freaking, you know, quality time love language vibe? Like, I don't know. The first thing I noticed is that during the day, I don't really scroll that much on social media except for the moments where I'm in passing. And I told you guys about that while I was at the cafe, like basically clicking on the app when I'm like waiting for a drink or when I'm just waiting for something, basically. Moments where people are talking, the conversation kind of dies down and then you kind of just pick up your phone, open up social media. I feel like those are the moments where I would be scrolling, or I would more likely open a social media app. And then other than that, I feel like I don't really be on social media when I'm out and about. That's the first thing I noticed. The second thing that I noticed is during the evening, that is definitely when I'm more likely to scroll. But considering yesterday, because I had things to do on my to-do list, it wasn't that hard for me to scroll again. But in the moments where I had downtime, I was like, okay, like I thought about scrolling, but I didn't because, and I think I mentioned that while I was taking my makeup off too yesterday, but I didn't because I had something to do, which was to read. Which is another thing that I noticed is number 3, I basically confirmed that if I don't scroll as much, I'm definitely going to read more. So that has been fully debunked, which is something that I was already thinking about before, and I kind of theorized, but I never actually put it to the test. After yesterday, I realized that I could very much read a nice chunk with no damn scrolling on that phone, okay? Because of the fact that I had things to do on my to-do list in the evening when I came home, like me cleaning and stuff and redoing my skincare and all that, it made me think like, okay, what if I didn't have anything to do? What would that be like, you know? I get restless. I was thinking I might get restless because there was moments where yesterday I was reading, like, you know when you're reading, and basically you've been sitting in one position for a while and you've been reading for a large chunk of time, and now you feel like you need a break. Me, in those breaks yesterday, I noticed that I was a little bit more chatty. Like, I was like, oh, not me out here trying to chat it up. Like, I was like, wait, hold on, why am I being so chatty? Because in those moments, instead of being chatty, I would be on socials, kikiing or laughing about something. But no, not this time. I don't like conversing during this time of the day. Like, if you know me, you know that during the evening, that is my like non-verbal, I'm done talking vibe, like especially if I'm fully done with the day. And I noticed basically that yesterday in those moments I was trying to chat it up. I was like, okay, it's giving, I'm being a little bit more social. I definitely realized that not being on social media is really that deep, because I literally was not on social media for the whole day, and it was not like life-threatening at all. Sometimes when you think about doing something like that, you're like, oh my god, but what if this or what if that? Like, girl, you're gonna be fine. Like, it was really not that bad, and it just makes me want to do this again, maybe, but like longer amount of time. Like, I really want to push myself and see how long I could do this, you know. And I guess it wasn't difficult for me because, like I said, I feel like I've already lived an analog lifestyle before, and I was, you know, phoneless. I'm living an analog lifestyle, and I feel like now, even with a phone, I feel like I consider myself very present, even though I have a phone. Even though I be on social media, even though my job revolves around social media, I would consider myself a pretty present person. And I really do feel like that is my love language in quality time speaking, because I feel like if my love language was not quality time, maybe I would have been more tapped out. But because it is, I feel like I'm already aware, I'm already putting a lot of emphasis into being present. So yeah, I feel like for me, when it comes to this challenge, like, I basically realized like being present isn't the problem when it comes to being present for other people and being with other people. I'm basically realizing that I need to be more present with myself. That's what I'm learning, and that's what I'm realizing, because for me, I'm noticing that, like I said in the beginning of the vlog, Like I'm very like more like, because my love language is quiet time, I'm always trying to hang out with people, I'm always trying to make plans. But when it comes to me, myself, and I'm not as present with myself, if that makes sense. I feel like every time I get a ounce of alone time, what do I do with that time? I scroll. And yeah, I feel like if anything, this whole process showed me that I do need to spend more time with myself, and I do need to be more present with myself, and I do need to tap back in. Let's tap into the reading aspect of this. One of my goals this year is to basically read. I feel like I have not been reading consistently, and because of that, reading is something I'm trying to get back into. I got a couple books on my TBR, and we're gonna get through all of it together this year. But last night I was reading Wuthering Heights. I'm still reading this book. I would have finished it way sooner if I was reading it consistently, because I wasn't, moving a bit slow. Okay, I read 2 chapters yesterday, and I feel like now I think I'm on chapter 10 now. Yeah, I feel like I would have read more chapters if I didn't get tired, because I feel like as soon as I was done reading the 2nd chapter, you guys, I was like, I'm going to bed. Like at that point it was almost like 12, I think, and I was like, I gotta go to bed, y'all, I'm sleepy. I woke up really early yesterday, so I feel like if I wasn't super tired and if I started reading a little bit earlier in the evening, I would have definitely got through like 4 or 5 chapters, definitely. I'm noticing that when it comes to reading classics, definitely difficult. It's a difficult read. It's definitely gonna take a little longer. I even timed myself. I was like, let me time myself reading 1 chapter. Let me see how long it takes for me to read 1 chapter. It took 41 minutes. Don't judge me. It took me 41 minutes. And I was like, damn, if that isn't a sign that I need to get back into reading, it is. Because I'm sitting here thinking, did my reading pace slow down? Or is this book just difficult? No. But we'll find out after we finish this book, because I'm gonna pick up the 4th wing after this book, and we're gonna see what our reading speed is giving. She very much married that dude, Girl Linton, and Heathcliff is still missing. That's the vibes right now. Yeah, anyway, that's what's happening. So far the book is good, and definitely is a difficult read, and I can't wait to finish it so that way I can watch the movie. I'm gonna check back in with you guys when I finish this book, and I'm gonna do like a nice little thorough run through of how I feel about it. But so far it's good. Like I really like classics because I just love how they write. I love feeling the passion. I love feeling the depth of everything that they feel, because I feel like the way they write in classics, you just feel everything 10 times more. Like instead of saying like a basic I love you, a classic, you're probably gonna get something like my heart will drown if you can't be with her, something like that. Like, you know, and I just love that passion. Like as a passionate girly myself, I just love books that thoroughly convey the passion and the emotions in a way where I can also feel it, you know? I'm gonna get back to y'all on my thoughts on this when I finish it, but so far I like it. Other than that, I'm gonna wrap this video up here. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you guys did, make sure you guys subscribe, and hopefully we see each other soon. If you guys want to keep up with me IRL, or like more so in real time, then go subscribe to, go follow my Instagram, and also follow my TikTok, because I post more short form content over there, and that's only if you're nosy. If you're really that nosy, go ahead, because I know I'm nosy. Trying to get into the whole law school thingy. Let me know how it is for you in the comments, and let me know what you've discovered about yourself, and let me know what you feel like, what you've discovered about yourself, and let me know if you guys can relate to anything from this vlog. 100% encourage an analog lifestyle, because at the end of the day, it just feels so much more better to be present with you, yourself, and your peoples. I'm gonna go now, and I'll see you guys next time.